guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Mel.
I'm Kyle.
And we're on a 1-year trip around the world. Today we're going to take you through all of our tech and gear that we are bringing. Previously, we did 2 videos, both of our packing lists, what I packed and what Kyle packed, all of our clothes, our shoes, our accessories. Today is solely focused on our tech. I'm going to start off on this side and we'll move over to that side and Kyle will take us through.
Yeah, cool.
So to start, we have 2 15-inch MacBook Pros. Not much to say about them. Pretty straightforward. We got them in 2019. We each have one. Kyle has the dark color. I have the light colored. They're pretty much straightforward. Got them from Best Buy. We'll put all the links below of all the specs, but pretty straightforward. Next, we each have a keyboard. The standard Apple keyboard we bought from the Apple Store, as well as a travel case to protect the keys once we put them inside of our bags. Next, related to the computer setup, we have the Roos laptop stands. What's great about this is that it is designed to give you a more ergonomic workspace. So you simply open the 2 attachments, place the laptop here, we use the keyboard, and then this gives us a better way of constantly hunched over trying to, look at our laptops. We get them higher so we can have sit up straight, have a more ergonomic workspace.
Yeah, these are really useful if you're gonna spend long hours on the computer. It definitely makes a difference, so that's very helpful.
That completes our computer setup. We also have in both of those pouches 2 mice to use in conjunction with the keyboard. Next, we each have an insulated water bottle. Mine is from Hydro Flask and REI, and Kyle's is from Yeti. This is 28 ounces, this is 24 ounces, so they're almost equal. They're pretty heavy, but they're insulated, so they keep our cold drinks cold and our hot drinks hot.
Yeah.
Really good. Next, we have a couple of clips for our bags and things that we clip on them. So the first one is a standard Carabiner. It does have the locking feature, this black portion here to help block it. So if we hang our bag or hang our water bottles from the bag, or hang our bags onto things, this is really great, and it's a really big one and holds up to 75 pounds. Next, we have a Hero Clip, which is similar to the Carabiner. However, what's really great about this one is that it allows you to hang your bag onto things. So this bottom silver portion will hold the bag, for example, or hold anything on it, and then this top blue portion will hook onto a table, a bar,
almost anything, doors, you name it.
We've used it for everything.
Yeah, if you go check out our packing videos, we actually have our day packs hanging with these in the background, and I mean, it's just a counter back here. There's no lip or anything like that. It's actually pretty amazing the type of stuff that you can hang with this.
Agree. Next, we have another Carabiner, a 2-sided, kind of small one to hook on to our bag, as well as this attachment. This is a Multitool from Peak Design. So this top one is a bottle opener, in the middle to help to loosen screws and stuff.
Yeah, especially particularly for the GoPro. So this actually came with another thing that we'll get to here in a little bit. But what these do is help loosen and tighten some of the attachments for the GoPro. And then, as she said, it's a bottle opener, and then there's a hex head tool, and that is useful for attaching some of the plates and everything that come from Peak Design as well. So we just keep this close by in the bags when we're traveling.
Next, we each have a cords pouch and mini electronics pouch. So I stated before, we both have a mouse in here for our computers, as well as all of our chargers for our phones and all of the equipment you see here.
Your hard drives, external hard drives.
That's a good one. We each have a terabyte external hard drives in here. So these are like the really small ones. Yep. Some plugs, a pen. Moving along towards my left, yep. We have at the back our noise canceling headphones. So Kyle has the Sony ones.
Yep.
And I have the Bose. These are the Quiet Comfort 3s. I believe we'll put a link to, if I didn't already say, we'll put a link to everything down in the description. So if we miss, the names or forget the exact names, don't worry. Check the description and you'll find everything. And if not, leave us a comment, send us questions, and we'll, do our best to find you what they are. So these are the Bose Quiet Comfort 3s noise canceling headphones.
And these are the Sony M1000 X3s or something like that. Sony has the worst possible names ever for all of their headphones. So once I get the chance to look, it'll be down in the description below so that you guys can take a look. But both of these headphones are phenomenal. They're wireless, noise canceling. These are the go-to for the airplane or on the bus for a long bus ride and those types of things. So definitely check both of them out. So then I'll pick it up here through the center. So right here in the middle of the table, we have here is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. And what this actually is a gimbal for our cell phones. So a lot of the video that you'll see sometimes may come from our cell phones. Right now we're filming this on a Sony a7 III, but a lot of the times you'll see videos coming up from our iPhone 11 Pro. So we each have one of those, and this is how we get better stabilized footage. And what's convenient about this is the way that it actually folds down. So as you can see, when I take this and close it down this way, it makes it a lot smaller than a conventional gimbal. So gimbals can be pretty big, but this has been phenomenal so far. Next, we have wonderful GoPro Hero 8. So anytime that we're doing maybe hiking or doing any water activities, this is the camera that handles that.
We use this when we rode bikes in Mendoza. Exactly. Through the winery, when we were hiking. Yep. So really hands-free action camera, great when we're not just, when we're doing a little bit more than just walking.
Down here at the front, at the bottom, we have just a couple of GoPro accessories, so a floating handle, of course, for the water activities. And then this is actually a suction mount, so when we're on like long bus rides or when we rent a car or something like that, we'll use this sometimes to get different angles for that. And then the last thing we have for the GoPro actually is this Peak Design POV clip. So what this does is it goes into the Peak Design capture clip, and it essentially gives you a POV angle with the GoPro. So this actually fits this here, and so when you have it on like your backpack strap or something like that, you can get the angle with the GoPro without having to hold it. So it's actually super convenient. Alright, so that kind of covers all the GoPro stuff and some of the phone accessories. What we'll do is come over here, continue to the left. So what this is actually a case for our camera. Our camera is actually on the tripod right now, but the camera we have is the Sony a7 III, and we use a 16-35 2.8 G Master lens. That's what we use to film a lot of our videos when we're sitting down, just like we're doing right now.
And that's why we don't have it here, because we're talking to it right now.
Yeah, so and I will put the link below to the tripod as well. It's in Oben, I think it's an AT35. I'll put the link below, but that's the tripod that we carry with us. It folds up pretty small. It's a nice little travel tripod. So then also getting into the mobile videography, we have a Rode Video Mic MEL, so the MEL, and this actually has a lightning connector and it plugs straight into the phone. And what this does is, whether we're facing the phone or we have the phone pointing away from us, it just allows us to capture better audio than what we would get in the normal mic on the phone. So that'll be in the description below as well. Next thing, this is a mini rocket air blower. I'll put the link down below. These are pretty common in the photography world, but essentially this is just a little blower. So if you get any dust or anything on the lens, or you want to make sure something's clean, even sometimes on the keyboards, if you want to blow little particles out, that's what this is for. This is a great tool to help maintain everything here and keep things clean. One of the rules when you start traveling, you'll hear people say ABCs, and that's to always be charging. And a big part of that is these battery packs. So we each have one of these. These are from Anker. Anker is one of our favorite brands for getting some of these items, like our cables and everything. This is, I believe, 13,400 milliamps. I'll put it in the description below. But this battery is enough to charge one of our phones twice and have a little juice left over. So if we need to charge the camera or even the GoPro or something like that, this will give us enough juice for a couple of days. We actually each had one of these for our entire 5-day, 4-night journey in Patagonia. And I think maybe we only actually plugged our phones up to a socket maybe once on the last day, but we still had some juice left over on these. So they last for a pretty long time.
Yeah, so every day we make sure that they're charged and we take them with us. So we might be out walking for 4 hours a day, or if we go on a tour, then we know that we have a way to charge our phones, because we do depend on them a lot. Even just from Google Maps, communicating, or Instagram, we depend on our phones pretty much all day. So having something to charge them while we're on the go is super important to us.
Yep. And another little tip, if you want to help cut down on your cables, we actually have a 3-way cable. This also came from Anker, but what it is it has a mini USB attachment, or a micro USB attachment, and then lightning attachment and USB-C. So essentially any device that you have that you want to charge, you can do it with this cord. So that's really, really convenient.
So one cable for pretty much everything you see on this table, we can charge with just the one cable.
Yep. Cool. All right, so next over this way, we have a couple of Kindles. So we like to read on the road, and obviously can't have too many books because they take up a lot of room and they're heavy. And so these Kindles we use to read pretty much everything. And if you want to see some of the books that we're reading, you can go to the baileysgo.com and check out resources, and we have a list of some of our favorite books on there, so definitely check that out. All right, so the next thing is this little guy here. So this is what's called a switch pod. We actually ordered this last year on Kickstarter, and we've been using it ever since. And this essentially is a tripod for our A7 III. When we don't take the big tripod with us, this is what comes in the day pack. And essentially, it gives us a place to put the camera and get certain angles, or if we want to do a quick little film, whether we're in a restaurant, in a park, or we want to take some pictures. This has been very, very useful. There are big Gorilla Pods to use for some of the larger cameras, but what we found over time, sometimes they don't hold up as much, or you kind of put your camera in risky situations where you could possibly fall over or damage it. And this is just a lot more stable solution, number one. And number two, it's a lot smaller. If you've never seen them before, some of those Gorilla Pods that hold the larger cameras can get pretty bulky. And so for us, this has been pretty good. It also allows us to hold the camera out if we need to film or do some on-the-go video. So this is a switch pod, and then we actually bought an additional ball head. We'll put the link below from where we purchased the ball head, but it's just a standard ball head that we attach to the top of the switch pod, and this allows us to quickly take the camera on and off. So this has been very, very useful. So
the best part about it, I think, how I spoke about it, is just how small of a profile this is.
Yeah.
So you get a full tabletop tripod really in such a small footprint. We've gotten so many compliments, or just other travelers asking us, like, what do we have, like, what is it, and it's so cool, exactly. And they, like, where can they find it? So shout out to SwitchPod. This was a good idea. Yeah. I wish I thought of it.
Okay. Kind of our last item in terms of photo and video is the Aperture AL M9. Aperture is a big name in lighting for photo and video. If you've never heard of them, we'll put the link below. But essentially, this is just a small mini light that we can use when we're in a dimly lit space or something like that. This allows us to get some extra lighting to help with the video. So I'll put all the specs and everything below, but this really is a very, very powerful tool to help us.
If you look at a home studio or any other professional photography studio, we couldn't possibly carry them around.
The huge
the
diffuser lights on tripods and all that stuff. Yeah,
there's no way we'd be able to carry something like that. So that's a really good small solution that we found that works for us. That is small enough to fit in our backpack.
Here, so this looks like a camera pouch, but what it really is for us is a card holder. And you saw we had regular playing cards, but our favorite card game is Uno. We play this all the time.
So go back to Kyle's packing list video and you'll see that we carry standard cards, a standard deck of cards. But with 2 people, we find it more fun to play Uno. And so we have some waterproof Uno cards that we store in just a small point and shoot case. I don't know where we got the case. I think, Walmart or something. But it's like a point and shoot case, camera case, but we keep our waterproof Uno cards.
Let's see. All right. So last but not least, one of the biggest things here is our Anchor power strip. So we'll put a link to this below. But essentially, as it looks and what it is a power strip. It has 2 plugs and 3 USB ports, one of them being USB-C, which is great because that allows for fast charging like on our iPhone or some of the cameras, so that one actually has a higher output here in the middle. And so this is just great because when you see we have all these different items, we have 2 laptops, multiple cameras and devices and phones, and so this just allows us to charge multiple things at once. And even on the road and hostels and everything, we've even been able to help other people out that may not have an outlet or a plug. And so this is great when you show up with this and you say, hey, can I get a plug? I can charge everybody's stuff. So this is really invaluable if you have a lot of electronics with you, for sure. That pretty much covers everything. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to comment. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the Bailey's Go to see more.
Check us out on our website. We have more details on all of the stuff, plus all of the links. The links will be in the description, but they're also on our website with more detail. That's the best place to find information from us, is definitely our website. So it's thebaileysgo.com.
All right, guys.
See you in the next one.